This Yerushalmi Berachos Daf above, according to the article of the other pagination, which corresponds to the middle of Daf Amar Alpha and Beis in the Vilna pagination. And we got yesterday to the second line on the Amar, actually the third line. Rabbi Simon b'Shem Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. Shabbos shechol b'yos b'Chanukah. When Shabbos comes out on Chanukah, af al pi she'ein musaf b'Chanukah, even though there's no musaf on Chanukah, ma'asker shel Chanukah b'musaf. We mentioned Chanukah in musaf. Osfin olav rosh chodesh chal yos b'socha, and we can deduce from this, we can literally gather from this, that, or gather upon this, that Rosh Chodesh, which comes out in Chanukah, Abi Shem Musaf Chanukah, even though there's no Musaf Chanukah, Masker Shel Chanukah Musaf, mention Chanukah in Musaf. Rosh Chodesh Chal Yos B'Tainis, Eichel Masker Shel Rosh Chodesh. So there are a lot of Girsos here. The Rash Civilio has an extremely long discussion of whether to change the Girsa here. We do already Chassid in Berachos Daf Lamed Aleph changes the Girsa. The Charedim also has a long discussion, changes the Girsa. The simplest pshat is the Pnei Moshe's pshat. So let's see the Pnei Moshe. It's going to feel Nila, which could be not necessarily on Kippur, any Tanya Sibur. In the old days, the Tanya Sibur was a Tanya Sibur. The Kamarta Gam in Ila Maskim Rosh Chodesh, Hechnu Maskir. Where do you mention the Ila in Rosh Chodesh in Ila? So, I mean, obviously, it can't be the Yom Kippur because Yom Kippur it doesn't come out of Rosh Chodesh. That would be an interesting situation. So say about a tinus which coincided with Rosh Chodesh, one of the severe tinus tzibur, it didn't say in the Ila. So where do you mention Rosh Chodesh in the Ila on a tinus tzibur? So the Rabbi Zira Mar Bodoya in Modim, Rabbi Mema Mar Bavoida in would say, Rabbi Avina Amar Bracha Revius. You say it as the fourth bracha. So it says the well, actually, that's a little more further before you see the Moshe. Amar Rabbi Amar Matzina B'chol Makom Amar Bracha Revius Avkan Amar Bracha Revius. Everywhere you say it's the fourth bracha. Mein Amora is the fourth bracha in Shemona Esrei. Here too, it's in the fourth bracha. After Rabbi Abba, and this was how Lach L'Mais was passing like Rabbi Abba. Let's see the Pnei Moshe on this. Rabbi Abba Mustabak Rabbi Avina. The Mamatzi B'chol Makom B'Tfilas Neila Maskim Mein Amora B'Bracha Revius. And Neila, you always mention Mein Amora and Bracha Revius, which is the middle bracha of the Shemona Esrei. Avkan b'Shem Rosh Chodesh Omra b'Bracha Revius ben Ila. So too, if you mention Rosh Chodesh and the Tainus comes out on Rosh Chodesh, you mention it in the fourth bracha in Ila. Goes to Rabbi Abba, and that's how it was. Paskin like that which Rabbi Abba said. As I said, there are many different Gersos here. If you just look at the Charedim, you'll see that Rosh Chodesh b'Tainus Hechel Masker Shel Tainus b'Musaf. Rabbi Zira Mar V'chulei, Rabbi Mar Omra Bracha Rabbi Chamishis. So the whole thing about changing the Gersa, which we won't get into right now. It comes up again for those who, if we remember to do it, comes again Seches Tainus. Parallel Gemara. But Bamek Korim. Now, what do we read on a Tainus Sibur? Now, this is not what we read today in a Tainus Sibur. Rabbi Yossi Mar Korim Brachos Uklolos. We read Brachos and Kolos. It says Rabbi Moshe Bamek Korim B'Ter Rosh Chodesh Shel Tainus. Korim Brachos Kolos. Mabashar Yom Shel Tainus Sibur. Back then, every Tainus Sibur they read the Brachos and the Kolos. We do not, as I said, we don't do this anymore. But this was the that was the minhag back then to read the Brachos and the Kolos, which are in Parshas B'chukosai. In other words, the Brachos before the Tochacha and the Tochacha itself. Amalei Rabbi, of course, they would read Paychal instead, which was not the sheet of Yerushalmi. Amalei Raymona, begin modatun kitinus. Why do we have to lay brachos and clothes? We have to let them know that it's a tinus. They're lying on their stomachs. And they don't know it's a tinus. The Moshe says that they would prostrate themselves. Why didn't you have the simon? So let's wait. It was basically safe. Let's lay Rosh Chodesh. Why should we lay time? We don't let them know it's a tinus. They know it's a tinus. So why do we have to let them? Why do we have to lay in that? Why do we have to read brachos? We go close. Amalei says, "Lo dia chashkaim brachos close." To tell you, read brachos close. That's Bei Moshe. Klamar lo b'shul simon lo dia la'am. It's not to let them know that they should fast. That's halacha. I'm telling you, we don't. Rosh Chodesh doesn't push off the kriya of the day, and you read brachos close, which is the regular kriya for tinus, going to Shita Yerushalmi. Rabbi Yonah Kabutkia, Rabbi Yonah from Kabutkia, Amar Kumi Rabbi Yossi B'Shem Rabbi Yehuda Ben Pazi. He said in front of Rabbi Yossi in the name of Rabbi Ben Pazi, Karim Rosh Chodesh. And then when time goes Rosh Chodesh, we lay Rosh Chodesh lady. Come Rabbi Yossi Im Rabbi Yehuda Ben Pazi. Rabbi Yossi rose up and with Rabbi Yehuda Ben Pazi, Amalei said, in other words, when Rabbi Yossi had this inheritance from Rabbi Yehuda Ben Pazi, that we read Rosh Chodesh, he asked him, did you actually hear from your father this that we lay Rosh Chodesh on Tainus and Rosh Chodesh coincide? Amalei Abba will have Amar Kain. No, my father didn't say this to us. Ella, rather, but Ein Tav is a place that used to go very often to be Ma'aber the Shana, and presumably, I guess, to be also to Cheshbon Rosh Chodesh. That's what Moshe says here. And the Ein Tav, I dated Yadin to Rosh Yarcha, the current Rosh Chodesh. So by Ein Tav, where they decided to turn what there's Rosh Chodesh, there they laid Rosh Chodesh, and they did Rosh Chodesh, even though it was a tinus, in order to tell people that it was Rosh Chodesh. So the other places we brachos close. So that which there was a shmua in the name of Rabbi Yossi named Rabbi Pazi. Read Rosh Chodesh is dafkan Ein Tav, not anywhere else. Says Pnei Moshe. Come Yossi. Rabbi Yossi actually showed Rabbi Pazi in Kabalta Kachu who in Kabalta Kachu me'avicha shato mer shekorim Rosh Chodesh. Is that from the servant of your father? Only Abaloyam Omer shekorim b'Rosh Chodesh. El Ein Tav dafka. Ein Tav shesham Yehudim v'day Rosh Chodesh. That's where they said they made Rosh Chodesh. The faster of the publicized should require Kichu that they're Makadish Rosh Chodesh, or you can Rosh Chodesh. Sham Beis Habad Haya. That was the Beis Habad where the people, the place where people gather together. Based in Mekachi Chodesh. The main pack were based in Amalei Rav Rabbi Chia Zil Ein Tav. Rabbi Chia. Rabbi said to Rabbi Chia Zil Ein Tav Akache. Ein Tav is the place that they make Kiddush Chodesh. So Shakom comes current box to close. Of Ein Rosh Chodesh Docher Kriyos and Rosh Chodesh does not push off the Kriya of the tinus again, except in Ein Tav. Okay, so says Gemara further. Yirmiyah Sav Shov Rabbi Yirmiyah. Yirmiyah the Sefer asked Rabbi Yirmiyah the rabbi. Rosh Chodesh Chodesh b'Shabbos b'Mei Korim. When Rosh Chodesh comes on Shabbos, what do we read for the maftir? Obviously, we're not going to push off the parasha of the day. The question is what we read for the maftir. Amalei Korim Korim Rosh Chodesh. We read the maftir of Rosh Chodesh from Parshas Berachos. Amar Bicha Kum Rabbi Yasi Mastitzo Amar Okay. And the Mishnah or the beginning of the fourth parak says this, the fourth parak of Time Megillah basically says this because it says L'chom Afsikin. You interrupt your regular kriya, meaning whatever the regular maftir is, which is a repetition of the So the end of the parasha. L'Rosh Chadashim, l'Chanukah, u'lePurim. For Rosh Chodesh, for Chanukah, and for Purim. So Chanukah we know. Purim doesn't usually come out on Shabbos, but so I don't know. I don't know what exactly Purim would be. Purim does come out on Shabbos in Yerushalmi. What do they lane from Maftir? I honestly don't know offhand. What do they do on Maftir and Purim in Yerushalmi? Parshas Amonik, I don't know. Parshas Zohar, I guess. The Parshas Zohar, when Purim comes out, Purim Mishulash, let's check it out. Yeah, so we lane the Purim Kriyas Torah as Maftir. And the Torah is the same as it was recited on Shabbos Zohar. Okay, so we do interrupt for when Purim comes out in Yerushalayim. Of course, the only place it can come out on Shabbos, so that they interrupt the regular Maftir, and they do the special Maftir for Purim. It says more further, Yitzchak Schora, Shal Rabbi Yitzchak. It's interesting that before it's Yirmiyahu Safra, Shal Rabbi Yirmiyah, and here it's Yitzchak Schora, Shal Rabbi Yitzchak. It seems that there's something going on here with the names. Anyway, it says, Rosh Chodesh Chalios B'Chanukah Mameh Korim. When Rosh Chodesh comes to Chanukah, what do you lane? Amalei Korim B'Shlosha Rosh Chodesh. You do 3 by Rosh Chodesh. B'Echad B'Chanukah, 1 for Chanukah. In other words, the fourth Aliyah is from Chanukah. They came up, they cited this, they referenced in this issue, who said the opposite. You read 3 aliyahs in Chanukah, Echad Rosh Chodesh. The last day is Rosh Chodesh. Shelo ba Revi ela machmas Rosh Chodesh. The Revi only comes because Rosh Chodesh. He comes every Revi, every Rosh Chodesh. The Revi is Rosh Chodesh, right? So we don't distinguish that. We don't distinguish this time, and because the Revi is a special aliyah which you have because of Rosh Chodesh. In other words, in Chanukah itself, the rest of the days of Chanukah, you only have 3 aliyahs, and Rosh Chodesh, you have 4 aliyahs. Rosh Chodesh is what caused the 4th aliyah to come. And we read, just like we do in every other Rosh Chodesh, the 4th Aliyah, which goes out to Rosh Chodesh, we read Rosh Chodesh Chodshechem. So to Chanukah, we read for the 4th Aliyah, Rosh Chodshechem. So we do Chanukah for the first 3, and Rosh Chodesh for the last one. Well, look at it this way. Rosh Chodesh Chanukah comes out on Shabbos, which happens very frequently. Below Shiva in Korin, we don't read 7 aliyahs. Islach Meima Shloba Arvia Machmas Rosh Chodesh. Say that the 4th aliyah comes because of Rosh Chodesh. So it doesn't work that way. Shalit the Safra Amalei Vada Shelta the Safra. So it's a very cryptic Gemara. So it's interesting here. So we're in Titus, in the same discussion there. A guy's Rosh Chodesh Chanukah B'Shabbos Lo Shiva Kurininun Isa Memesh Lo Baravi Ela Bachmas Rosh Chodesh Amalei Vada Shelta the Suffolk. Stops there. Or the Shelta the Suffolk. So probably the Girsa there is also supposed to be like the same Girsa which we have over here. That Moshe explains over here. First of all, guys, because Rosh Chodesh Shel Chanukah Lios B'Shabbos. So Lo Shiva Korim B'Shabbos. We read 10 people. Okay, Masiman Yeshlo. What simon do you have here? Kan Lo Mar Shlo Bar Ervi El Machos Chodesh. So obviously, you can't always do the simon. We can't do the simon. Don't do the simon. Amalei Vadash Shel the Safra Kachik Tzu with Titus Sham. V'loga Sinan Hakosuv Kan Shiltino Safraya V'Tzorach L'Machol. So it doesn't exactly say that there because it says there the suffix, but. So Moshe does change the gears, so there also to the Sofer. So the Shelf to the Sofer instead of the Safra, but that's already the same thing. So he says, so he takes out the word Shiltino Safraya. Klomar Derech B'dichusei Shibla. But he adds him kind of like in a humorous way. This is the question that a Sofer like you is going to ask. The Marsha Elohi, Mishabos. What question from Shabbos? Shalom Koran Shiva, where we always read 7. Okay, so he's you can't make a simon on Shabbos. True. Masha Kriyas Shabbos, but when you can do it on a weekday, why would you not do it? So again, Yerushalmi Safra asked Rimona. You can't on Shabbos Rosh Chodesh. We don't make the simon. We don't give the reveal to Rosh Chodesh. So why should we make the simon on Hanukkah? So he says to him, Amalei Hodash Shelter, this taking out again the Shiltin Safra. He said, Amalei Hodash Shelter Safra. That's a question of a Sleifer. You're a Sleifer, a Talmud Chacham, you should know. Okay, we can't make the remez on Shabbos, but we can make it on a weekday, we make it. Okay, new sugya. Filas Arab Ein Lakva. The Marav has no set time. Rabbi Mafkid La'avdan Amore. Rabbi directed Avdon, who was Zamora. So we know the Amoraim at the time of the Tanoim were the people who would broadcast the words of the Chacham, as he would speak softly to the Amora, and he would be like the loudspeaker, the amplifier. He said, Achus Kumin Tzibur, announced it in front of the Tzibur, Manda Matzle, he who is davening Mariv, Yatzle, he can daven the Ramsha, the night davening, ad Yom HaKoyim, while it's still daylight outside. So the name Moshe says, Misha wrote his palace, I was like Dimat Smol, his palace, Av Shadain Omeid of Shemesh, even though the sun is still standing, but Yom Gadolhu, and it's still great. The day is still large, it looms large outside. Umotzoi Shabbos Komer, come on. The important point is that he's not talking about weekday, he's talking about Motzoi Shabbos. Rechir Barva, as we shall see, Rechir Barva Mefaki Lamore, Rechir Barva tells his Amora, Achris Kumit Tzibura, to make an announcement in front of the Tzibur, Man the Matzle, Yatzle, the Ramshah, and Yom HaKoyim, the same principle. Amar Rabbi Chena said, Mashchen Rabbi Shmuel Bar Yossi, it's a Punik Echon. And Shmuel Bar Yossi took me to a certain inn. Amar Avali said, Kan Yispal Abba Shalel Shabbos Ve'erev Shabbos. This is on the other side of Shabbos, right? He said, here my father, Rabbi Yossi, davened the tefillah of Friday night while it's still daylight on Friday afternoon. Rabbi Ami, Rabbi Yochanan Polik. Rabbi Yochanan argues, but he shouldn't have argued on this one. Why? She came with Sifin al-Kodesh. So the add-on from the weekday on to the Shabbos. So maybe you want to argue on the first statement that you could have Motzei Shabbos on Shabbos. But you should argue the second statement because it's the appropriate thing to do to have a marvel, to be mostly for Chol al-Kodesh. But since already on Mem Zayin and Ralph, we'll leave discussion further, which obviously goes on till tomorrow.